So at this stage, guys, you pretty much have your ceiling plans done, with the exception of like some annotation and lighting, right? So we're gonna kind of take it a little bit easy on the accuracy of the lighting, mostly because I don't really want to get into the conversation about like face-based components and symbols and building custom symbols into families. But what I do want to point out is what you're seeing in this plan, where we have sloped roofs, which second floor. So like this is a sloped roof, but you're still seeing an actual circle. It could be done a number of ways, but if, for instance, they wanted to put in an actual lighting family, it's probably customized to have a symbol that overrides the family rather than showing you the actual family itself. We'll get there at some point, but I don't want you to worry about it now. So we're just going to place lighting fixtures actually on the face of the surface, but we're going to try to align them so that they're kind of along these lines. So let's start by loading lighting families, and we're going to need two primarily. I'm just going to stick with whatever we have here, which is like a recessed can downlight, most likely, I think. And then we're also going to do a strip light, because on the first floor there are these strip lights, which I assume are pendant lights. We're not going to get into too much detail on those either. It might be a troffer light, not sure. So let's go to the second floor RCP. That's these right here. I'd like you to go to architecture and component. Okay, so component is where you're going to pull in a lot of the many types of families that you can insert into the project. The only places you go somewhere else are for like site components or structural components, MEP, that kind of stuff. So anyway, click on component. And I've already downloaded one, but you won't have this family in there for yours. But go to load family, go to lighting, and go to architectural, and then go to internal. I know, it's a lot of folders deep, but basically you know what you want. You know it's a light, so you go to lighting. And you know it's going to be an architectural light because you want it to look good, so you go to architectural. And then obviously it's an interior light, so you go to interior, and then yeah. So anyway, so we've got a bunch of different light families here, and we just need to pick out the ones that we want. The good thing and bad thing is that it shows a preview, but it doesn't really show you what the preview looks like in plan view. So you kind of have to trust the description, because what this is showing you in model format is it's showing you the light fixture, but oftentimes you can't see the small ones, and then it's actually showing you the emittance of light, the shape of the light that it actually emits, because these out-of-the-box families actually have light if you render. Okay, so they're like smart lights. So anyway, we're going to grab one of these linear boxes, and then I'd like you to grab a downlight recessed can for now, and then hit open. So that's going to load both of those for us. You can go back to the family menu here, which unfortunately you can't see because it's leaking off the screen. Okay, so there we go. Follow down to downlight recessed can, and just grab like an 8-inch incandescent can. So what I want you to notice before you click it onto the surface is that it shows those two little circles. Why is that? Anybody know? Yeah, because it's sloped. So if you put it on that surface, though, excuse me, if you put it on that surface, you'll notice that you only see the face of it. But if you really wanted to measure it, you'll notice it's ever so slightly elliptical. It's not actually circular. And that's very important, because I want you to understand that when you go to dimension this thing, you might be able to grab like a center line like this, and align it or dimension it to the wall, but you won't be able to grab the other horizontal, because it has to be, you can only grab center lines and reference planes from families that are exactly perpendicular to your view. So what we can do in a location like this, let me just check the plan. So we don't even have lights there. Let's put two lights in this space then. We can put a light here and a light here. Okay, so we've got those two lights in there. And then we can actually dimension those in both directions. So I can dimension to here and to here, and I can pull a dimension across to here and there. I can't do that on a sloped ceiling. I can only do one way on the sloped ceiling. I just want you to be aware of that. Okay, so just like anything else in Revit, in order to locate it, select the object and then type in the dimension that you want. So in this case, this first light is equal. So that's a different dimension actually. I haven't shown you that yet. Equal is like this. Select the object, or sorry, you dimension the center line of the object to 2 reference points, and then you select the dimension, and you just click this little EQ with the slash in it, and it toggles it to be equal in the space. It's genius. It's awesome. In fact, I want to do a video on just that, but actually I might, because it's super awesome. So select the dimension, equal, so that's where that light actually goes. Okay, so if I want to align the next one, I'm just going to say align to the center line, and then it is 6 feet from the back wall. So I'll put a dimension in there from the horizontal to here, and that's going to be 6 feet. Okay, so that's how you lay out lighting. What questions do you have? No questions. Okay, great.